Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Evil Within 2. So, it feels like they've kind of replaced the crazy kid that was running around in the first game with half of a character in our daughter who's the core. The crazy kid in the first game was the core also, or at least in part the core, but also I think in part the crazy bad guy. I don't even remember the story of the first game that well. But they've also kind of put this computer tech guy who's gonna stay in this safe house and act as an NPC. He seems like he's also gonna play a role as the annoying character. Another thing that occurred to me as we walk through this way towards a mirror, and we're getting the creepy nurse, which we hadn't seen her.
What the? Who is that?
I have no idea why he would say who is that. This is the exact same character from the first game. We saw the creepy nurse the whole time throughout the course of events in the first game, in the Beacon Hospital incident. And seems like this just takes us completely outside. Alright, so that's the wrong way. And that's the number 1, or the Mobius symbol on Neil's safe house. So what occurred to me is this game seems to have this feeling of being visually a little worse than the first game, and it definitely is a very different, more action, open world zombie shooter game than the linear survival action zombie game that we had in the first place. We can't swing our knife, by the way. And this is the office with the cat. So we're not going to the creepy hospital, which I feel like that's a bit of a mistake. I would have preferred to make it to the creepy hospital. Here we have another crafting bench, but we don't have anything new that we can literally craft. Like we have already the maximum amount of that, and we don't have enough herbs. And we don't have enough weapon parts to upgrade anything. Plus we already upgraded a gun. This does, in this menu down here, show you that there is several different collectibles, but probably not as many as you would think. Seems to me like you're really just down to 7. So I feel like we should see the creepy hospital at some point. We really didn't get, I don't remember the backstory of the nurse, but it did seem like a lot of people that showed up in the first game were built around a concept of victims of the killer, although I'm not sure the killer or any of his actions actually happened in the first game. Anyways, what I was trying to get to, and I keep getting distracted, is I'm wondering if maybe this game, the sequel game, was going to be a completely different game, and they just said, hey, let's just slap the Evil Within label on it. You wouldn't have had to change too much if it was halfway through production, and it would certainly kind of explain the feeling of a going in a different direction and kind of a maybe less of a budget as far as the visual aesthetics.
What the hell? Hey, let me out of here.
Like, how does he not remember any of this?
Detective Castellanos, what a pleasant surprise. Welcome back.
You again? How are you here?
I could ask you the same question. Regardless, it's nice to see a familiar face. Even if that face has seen far too much.
So it almost feels like
You look tired, Detective.
there's a bunch of people from the first STEM system that have just had their
Just
minds
like before.
translate. Apparently their personalities were transferred, and I wonder if perhaps those personalities were psychically transferred into you in the first game, and you brought them into this world. So I can't really do anything. Just have to hit 8 upgrade. So we have 1400 green gel. Okay. So the game is completely broken if you have infinite stamina. Immediately, we can tell that. Because why would you then purchase anything under athleticism to improve your stamina and evasion? Recovery, I imagine, means you recover more when using the health packs, which seems like you recover a decent amount on that, on easy at least anyways. Concealment and stealth might be useful, or firearm in melee might be useful. We already have a point in stealth. Health, in this funny way, kind of trumps both concealment and stealth, combat and stealth, because just being able to take more hits would probably be more useful. In the first game, if I recall correctly, the combat was the major focus, and it does seem like combat is the higher thing. Reduced reticle swaying. Melee attacks, including attacks with weapons like knives and axes, do more damage. So we could go, I guess, this direction, and then we would need a red gel to be able to get this and this, and these are very high amounts of green gel to go that way. If we continue down this path, we will eventually be able to slow down time for 75,000 green gels. And then this one is less kickback, and less kickback, which none of that really looks super interesting. Increasing in toughness. And then up here we have, if an attack would have just barely done enough to kill you, gives you remain alive. And let's see, so defiance might be useful. Let's see, and then this vitality seems like it might be very useful, particularly in the long run, because if you can get your life to double the amount it is now and then have it recover 125%, that seems like that'd be useful. Where this is just literally increasing your stamina gauge, increasing your stamina, which we could just turn on infinite stamina, and that includes also stamina recovery not being an issue. A chance to avoid damage for 5,000 does sound interesting, certainly, but I can't even actually afford this. I only have 1400 gel. Yeah, so I can do combat and probably nothing else. It feels like we're still very much in the tutorial mode, and they've locked us down in options. So health recovery, speed increasing, probably not super useful for early game. Recovering more because of items. Here you have a second chance option on top of potentially dodging fatal blows. The game makes it feel like you're going to be dodging quite a lot of of these. At what point did I automatically get this 5,000 gem bottle break ability? Why is that labeled as 5,000 gel if it was going to be free? This actually seems like an actual change of the game, and moving faster when crouching seems like we might actually want to go down the stealth path. But clearly the only thing we can upgrade right now is that. And then I think we'll try and go down the brawl path. There was a hover over her, so we can talk to her. And in the first game, it was pretty badly designed. You would find these keys that would unlock these and give you either good rewards or bad rewards, and it seemed like you could probably find enough keys in one playthrough to get most of the lockers opened, but it was really gambly because you might get all the bad rewards early in the game and all the good rewards late in the game.
I don't understand. This place. It's just like Beacon. But this isn't Beacon. This is Union.
Is it? It all seems familiar to me. These walls, that chair, you. For me, it's as if nothing has changed at all.
So, it does kind of just make it feel like at least some small part of Beacon is integrated into your mind, and you're bringing it into Union. And I think this might be the trick, is that they needed your brain plugged into this system. That way you can you're forced to go and improve Union. Guess that's really the only thing I could get from that. Either that or Mobius is just lying. And we see now,
Being the tip of the knife is a dangerous job.
so we now know that one of the guys is dead, but seemingly that the other guys aren't. It's kind of a big area. Kind of a hassle to have to walk around so much. And you still have an abrupt teleportation here. No loading. I think the game might be slightly better at that point. Alright. Because I do kind of feel like the loading was it. Let's go investigate this rogue signal instead of the Mobius APC. And
Okay. Let's see if I can find this signal he mentioned.
now it's gonna fairly suck if we actually have to do kind of a mini game here. When the communicator is within scanning range of a resonance point, a waveform will appear in the upper left side of the screen. Move the communicator around to the signal to lock on.
Suck it up, James. We've been through worse than this. And we're screwed. There's too many of them. Suck it up, James. We've been through worse than this. And we're better armed this time. Or at least we will be once we raid the supplies. Come on.
That must be the signal O'Neill mentioned.
Suck it up, James. We've been through worse than this.
So it seems like it's
Better armed this time.
a not really terrible system. To lock on a signal just looking in the general direction of something. It does feel like instead of this being an open world game, though, it's going to be a fairly locked in world with barricades. That's a weird camera angle.
If it keeps breaking apart like this, there won't be any union to search. I gotta try to find that signal.
Yeah, it seems to me like we're going to be kind of blocked into areas, and eventually maybe we'll open up a bigger area, like, because this is a pretty small section. And we have a lot of Mobius doors that seem like they are searchable. Okay. Very Resident Evil. Like. So. Alright, so I dropped the ball there. It probably wanted me to get this hand axe.
Those things are piling corpses up here. But why?
Let's turn on the flashlight so we can get some brightness in this. In the first game, you had to burn the bodies. In this game, it doesn't seem like that's the case. That being said, I'm not sure if I just used up a axe or if I have that now as just an upgraded weapon always. Foliage can be used as concealment. I can climb over things. Now, is this a game like Dead Rising where I'm supposed to go into church and save people as side missions?
What I've done. Please forgive me for what I've done. Please forgive me. Oh my God. Please. I know I've sinned, but not this. Please. I won't sin again. Please forgive
So I don't know if I'm going to be getting these people to a safe house or if this is just I've walked right into a sub-boss fight.
Okay.
Like, we're trying to figure out here if this is a situation where we don't trust random people, or if we do trust random people, or what. It makes the game and the story easier if you're not saving civilians, but then it kind of takes away from a play style you might want to play. Wasn't there another guy? Hmm. This guy's... How do you reload here? With the X button? Okay. We have a health, syringe, and a body to investigate.
Looks like the Padre had some fight in him.
And we're not going to be able to play with the organ. And we've now found an herb. Was that all that was in this sequence? So that they just wanted us to investigate this church. It's a little bit of a dangerous position because it does kind of feel like you could accidentally walk around some places and not find everything, which would be annoying. And it seems like you can only climb out of areas that have blocked broken windows in the first place. It just does feel like there's gonna just be stuff everywhere. So I don't know if we're getting a little bit of a mixed message here. Should we rush towards the point we've marked? Let's see. And my health is like fine. See, if I stand in one place, I don't even know how to bring up my health. I guess left bump. Yeah, my health is fine. It seems like they kind of just attack you and pretend like they're attacking you a little bit before they actually do any damage. And I'm not completely opposed to the idea of being done with the upgrade path fairly quickly. This is also weirdly designed. Seems like the ladder is blocked off in such a way that you should be able to, it shouldn't really be where it is. Almost as if they designed only one length of ladder and then used it in multiple places. And then I guess we will just run into a lot of doors that don't work as a way of fixing some of this. Alright. Stealth. Let's try this. Blood all over me. I have no idea what I'm picking up because I can't see. Sniper rifle cartridge, which I imagine will not have a sniper rifle for a while. This does kind of feel like a sniper rifle. Well, never mind. We have a broken sniper rifle immediately.
Barrel's toast, but the rest of it looks okay. Need to find some parts to fix it.
So is this another Mobius agent? Mobius communication log replacement parts. Well, on the roof of the building next to the visitor center, I blew up a barrel with a sniper. I blew out the barrel of a sniper rifle. Need replacements. Parts stat. The parts are in the supply shed across from Union Auto Repair. They're all the way in the northwest corner of town. It's right on the edge of the break. Come on, man. I don't care where they are. Bring them to me before these things find their way up here. Poop, man. Why do I always get the dangerous jobs? So, yeah. Does feel like the game is going to be maybe a little quicker than its own good. And I never heard any talk that they abbreviated this game. There definitely are some old games that if somebody took an editor's knife to it and just really abbreviated the experience, there might be something to that idea. Particularly some of the games where there's just a lot of grinding and a lot of repetitiveness. As far as action. Let's see. So do I think I can hit this guy? Yeah. Let's see. Careful not to miss. I really wish it was more of a B button to reload than an X button to reload. Yep. Let's see. I probably wasted a couple bullets there. There we go. Ooh, and I have only 2 bullets left. Yeah. I've failed to figure out the right way to play this game, I think. Because I just wasted a lot of bullets. So we got some flickering lights on the plants. This is oddly one of a game that would probably benefit quite a lot from a slight upgrade to a new engine or a slight upgrade to ray tracing. We will almost certainly, though, just run into a lot of games like that as time goes forward, with where games would have made more sense or would be better with a slight improvement. Let's see. It seems like the game also kind of knows if you're next to a box or something. Because it does seem like it just kind of automatically swaps between attacking something with a gun and not. No, actually, it's just that I'm doing it. Because left trigger pulls out the gun, right trigger swings the knife, and I guess that's weird that even I don't recognize my own actions. back to 7 bullets. You really do need it. Yeah, these Mobius people. Seems like we only kind of care about the rescue team that we were assigned to rescue. And we kind of don't care about the other Mobius agents. And being an open world area, it feels like we will just kind of wander through some scenes where enemies respawn instead of them being specific scenes that are of major focus. Right, so what was the button to bring out the radio? Let's see. Field crafting. I guess we should probably equip that. Put bottles this way. It shows a radio, but it's the Y button. Resonance point indicators. So what was that? Up and down? Okay. So I think what they want me to do is probably jump down there. Boy, does that not look like that was well animated. Look at that. Like, right about there. It's just like totally not loading in textures. And that does just look like a visual glitch. Okay. So what are we gonna run into here? We have a full amount of bottles and kind of nothing here. So now we're gonna hold the tune this. Does that mean we're gonna bring these into reality?
No communication from Mobius. We're cut off. I'm calling an Alpha 1 emergency. You know the protocol. Alpha 1? Are you serious?
We can walk around.
Fuck them. Let them fend for themselves. This ain't the Marines anymore. No man left behind don't mean shit in here. You got a problem with that? You kidding me? I've been waiting to be let off the chain. I'm tired of protecting tech and running like a bitch. Good. Let's secure the weapon stashes. Load up and clean house. No matter what it looks like, monster or human, take it out with extreme prejudice.
The hell was that? Whatever it was, it looks like they were here. Where did they go? Huh?
So we've now got some mercenaries.
More
And
signals. Not sure if I want to run into these two. Sounds like they went rogue. Then again, weapons are useful.
So we now have the opportunity to either go over here, which should be our waypoint, and then we'll work our way back this direction later. And it seems like we are going to just work our way towards this general direction in this safe house, and it's just going to be kind of a matter of how quickly. And like what we're looking at right now is a building or a train. By the looks of the map, I'm only a couple steps away from what they were calling the break. And okay, we now see that there is a thing called the break. And I can't get into this train this way, but maybe we'll get into the train some other way. Okay. We're using the axe to break these things, and we're not losing it because of that. We can't interact with that switch. I'm gonna just leave the light on and see if it really affects our visibility. I think it would be nice if the game pretty much said that that wasn't the case. And then we can see we are definitely hidden. I can kind of get why the images are the way they are now, why the camera works the way it does. Alright. So now, here's a question. Is it worth it to run back and get another bottle? Probably not. I would say probably not. But we are in a bad position as far as kind of everything. Because we have 3 shots left. Had I stood back and tried to take on those guys with the 3 shots, I would have missed, almost certainly. This again feels very Dead Rising like. So it does seem like they want you to play stealthily a lot more than is reasonable.
I haven't seen one of these in a while.
Yep. It seems like what we're going to do is we're going to use a weirdly vertical crossbow. And I guess maybe this will be maybe give us back crossbolts easier. Seems like there's a tripwire bolt also and a shock bolt. So this feels very video gamey. But it would fix our left bump, select weapon. Alright. Do I see anybody? There's nobody here. Harpoon bolts make no sound when they're fired, so they're useful. And they can be crafted out of metal pipes. So we'll probably be using a lot of the harpoon bolts. With the crossbolt, then you have to hit X. And right now it could be one shock bolt or harpoon bolts. Feels like all of these license plates have the same license plate on them for the cars. And I don't think that there's a big hint or spoiler around that idea. So all I can guess is what was supposed to happen. Oh, we've got something. Yeah, all I can guess is that there was supposed to be something over here to attack, and either because we're on easy it didn't happen, or we were supposed to sneak kind of over this direction, and because we didn't really sneak this direction and we just kind of powered through all these enemies, we're kind of fine. And like health wise, I think we're gonna do very well, and oddly it feels like a place you could crawl. Maybe that'll be a monster closet where enemies arrive. So yeah, let's go check out this waypoint. I mean, I guess we're looking. Guess what, we're looking to potentially try and take out some of these guys and get some weapons. Here we can see rats. Right. It does kind of feel like playing a little bit thoroughly will reward you with some stuff. An early upgrade probably would be helpful, although playing on easy, we now have a fuse. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be collecting a lot of fuses or just a few. This is kind of a slow animation, but it got us something, so I can't really be upset with it. I can't help but feel like they've made a mistake here, though. Like, you can't have a game where you are both encouraged to be a stealth player and also encouraged to smash glass and get people's attention because you're looking for collectibles. And there's definitely a lot of places where it seems like you're just prompted that you can jump up to higher places. And definitely feels like there are some buildings that you can go in, and we may have reasons to go into the buildings later, or we could just search them now. Like, we really are setting ourselves up nicely with the health packs, to the point where we may have just a maximum amount at all times. I don't think there's any DLC for this game like the first game, so here we just have a new file. Union's ideal mix of small town charm, modern convenience, surrounded by diverse natural wonders. Come and step back in simpler times, where the warm, friendly smiles of the residents are comfortable and familiar. Get away from the hustle and bustle. Come to a place that welcomes you with open arms. Union, we're glad you're here. And that turned off my flashlight when I looked at that. Interesting. They needed to program one more line of code to make sure that didn't happen. Is there another collectible on the floor? No, it's just shiny. We've kind of completely forgotten about the photograph killer character. And this is apparently locked. So that must be a storyline thing. Which really leaves me with the message that, yeah, we shouldn't be in here. Also, this map would have been nice if we could collect it. And we're supposed to be breaking these? Okay. We now know something. We need to go back to the church. Let's get into run mode. And you have just small hearts. And that's it. As far as the zombies we killed. Okay, so it is like the first game. Perhaps with fewer locker keys. But definitely some anyways. And yeah, kind of in a funny way, we've just run full circle. And that's all we're really gonna do. Is just find collectibles, and then we'll go back to the office. And I'll probably, if I upgrade my health, get a full health heal. This plant's animating weirdly around that stump. And then there's kind of nothing here. Interesting. So we're gonna have to run in that general direction, but we've basically covered this entire area and this entire area, so it feels like there's another area here and another area here and then another area here and another area here, and this has to at that point either open up another area, and then it really feels like there should be a segment where we get put in a different crazy environment, unless they're just gonna fully abandon that idea. So what we had over here was some bullets, and then I think once that bullets have been collected, that probably resets a timer on that. And there's also like a timer on the coffee machine to refill our health. So yeah, you can see there's even a blinking timer there telling you that, where I didn't mean to do that. Is there anything else? And there's a workbench in this room, but it kind of doesn't matter because we need to do the wheelchair thing and see if we can upgrade that. So we have to go over here, and that brings us over into this section instead of that section, which that's labeled as the exit, and there's no exit, so maybe this environment will change. It feels like the whole game system though should really center around the idea of potentially using the mirrors to go to different places. Alright. So I could increase the ammo capacity to 8 for 50. Or I could increase the firepower to by 20% for that, and it's taking 2 or 3 shots now. Would increasing it by 20% reduce the number of shots? No. But I also kind of want to get rid of the where was that as an option? There was other things we upgraded. That must be in the other thing. Alright, so we'll go with this. Upgrade that. And do we want to upgrade this? Ammo capacity. Feels like it's probably worth doing. We don't have anything we can upgrade there. So we'll increase the fire rating also. Reload speed. Aim movement speed going up would also have been nice idea, so we might want to increase that. Firepower 3. Increase the probability of a critical from 1 to 30% seems like it's very useful. Meanwhile, we could have increased the range of the bolt distance, which probably would be useful. Or the charge time probably wouldn't be too bad either. Or the amount of damage a harpoon bolt does. We may very well find out that the crossbow is way better. And let's see. To fix the sniper rifle, we would need something we're missing. Sniper rifle parts. To create a harpoon bolt, we need pipes. To create a shock bolt, we need fuse and gunpowder. And to make medical syringes, we can only have 3 of those anyways. So we have plenty of this. So I don't see a reason not to craft 2, and that should put us as well suited as we should be. And then let's make 1 thing of bullets. And I guess 3 more things of bullets. And then 1 more thing of bullets. 1 more thing of bullets. 1 more thing of bullets. I mean, I could just make a whole bunch, don't I? Yeah. So it's telling me I could have 20, so just make 10 more, yeah. And yeah, seems like we're gonna just be crafting bullets all the time. Weird. That does feel weird. So, like, the gun has a clip of 7, a stock of 20, and we have 20. Okay. If we went to field crafting, how do you do field crafting? You just hit this, and we now see that it costs twice as much to make bullets in the field, twice as much to make harpoon bolts, seemingly twice as much gunpowder, but only 1 fuse still to make shock bolts. The same amount to make medical syringes though, and the same amount to upgrade the sniper rifle, which will probably unlock the sniper rifle pretty easily, pretty quickly. And this might be a weird system because
You've brought something with you. A key? Excellent.
oh, we're just gonna get the cutscene. So
Some
she
keys open doors of perception, but this isn't one of them. This one is more mundane, but still useful.
so it's still gonna keep you in the chair.
Go on. Open one. Its contents are better off in your hands than locked away in here.
Alright. Let's play on a strategy. And this would be stupid. But let's play on a strategy that there might be a reward that opens all of the surrounding boxes. Since we have no idea what's in here. And the first game didn't have that. So, but let's just open this. Inside of that we got gunpowder. Now, if that's the case, we'll just mirror with this one. And we have a medical syringe we can't even collect, so we'll have to collect that later. We now know that there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4, which makes you 24 keys in total, 22 remaining in the entire game. And yeah, that was not super useful as far as a reward. Let's use this gel. Okay. Combat. We're going to be using the guns, I think, a lot more than I first thought. We still don't have any red gel, and I don't think we will have red gel until we start attacking some kind of bosses. So this is a good thought here, is increase the steadiness of your hands compared to just increasing the toughness, which has not been a problem at all compared to increasing anything else. Like the next thing would be just staying low profile more. Moving faster when crawling probably is another thought. But yeah, steady hand is the thing we need first and foremost. Kickback we wouldn't be able to do. Brawler. At the current moment, everything we're killing with the knife is being hit once or twice and then dying anyway, so I don't think we actually need that. And I'm not sure if we can actually afford any other upgrades anyways. They seem to be minimum 1500 green goo.
How am I ever going to get these nails right if you keep interrupting my manicure?
She doesn't really look like she's giving herself a manicure or getting a manicure from anyone. Alright, well, I think at this point we've kind of locked down and we know what this game is going to be. Until it decides to change some more. And this is definitely a casual difficulty. No doubt to that. Certainly pretty easy there. And it looks like we are just going to be doing hour-long episodes instead of 45-minute episodes, which is fine. That is just the natural length that these are turning out to be. Yeah. This might get pretty uneventful and grindy, and at this rate, like we need to start seeing some other kinds of enemies, or larger numbers, but we can't really handle larger powerful enemies because of our weapons, so we need to see, I guess, more linear stealth sequences This definitely feels different than, say, the first conflict in Resident Evil 4, where you had a massive amount of ammo in an area and you could potentially take on about, I'd say, 50 people, 50 zombies, and a chainsaw wielding sub boss. Here it's much slower and it's small groups, which might be an indication of there just not being enough programming and enough of a team to have large groups of zombies. Although if you also threw in a bunch of large groups of zombies early on, the game would just feel more like Dead Rising. And Dead Rising is a weird game to be compared to, considering it's not really super popular either. The first one was alright, the second one was alright, but by the time they got to the third, fourth, and fifth one, people had pretty much forgotten about it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.